โจทย์วันนี้ดิฉันณัฐา โกมลวาทินมาเยี่ยมบ้านท่านเอกอัครทูตสหรัฐประจำประเทศไทยค่ะท่านทูตคริสตี้เคนนี่มีหลายประเด็นที่อยากจะสอบถามพูดคุยกับท่านนะคะโดยเฉพาะเรื่องของความสัมพันธ์ไทยกับสหรัฐโดยเฉพาะหลังจากที่สถานทูตสหรัฐประจำประเทศไทยออกคำเตือนว่าอาจจะเกิดเหตุโจมตีโดยกลุ่มก่อการร้ายในอนาคตอันใกล้โดยเฉพาะในพื้นที่กรุงเทพมหานครกว่า3 สัปดาห์แล้วนะคะและคำเตือนนี้ยังคงอยู่ความหมายที่เกิดขึ้นคืออะไรและการพูดคุยระหว่าง2ประเทศส่งผลอย่างไรระหว่างความสัมพันธ์ของไทยและสหรัฐดิฉันจะสอบถามจากท่านทูตคริสตี้เคนนี่ค่ะ You have just been back from the US, and I know you have been very active in using social media and Twitter. Do you have any plan to use Google Plus Hangout like the way President Obama did?
I just saw that, so I have no idea. I have to learn what it is. But I thought it was great that President Obama did that and really had a chance to reach out and talk to people.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of people might not know, Kunata, that you set up this interview via Twitter.
Yes, yes.
So this is what I love about Twitter.
Yes.
You can just be in touch with people and you don't have to wait. It's much less formal.
Is using social media help you broaden or listening to different views of Thai people?
Oh, absolutely. It's not only helped me hear different views, I learn a lot about Thailand. I hear from people I might never be able to meet in person. So I get different thoughts from different parts of the country. It's really been wonderful for me because you can't meet everyone. And yet I can meet a lot of them through Twitter. So it's great.
With the issue of travel warning, the warning of possible terrorist threat in Thailand, it's been 3 weeks now. Whether you have time frame to withdraw it?
You know, our advice to American citizens was put out, as you say, 3 weeks ago, based on some very serious and important information. That advice is still sound advice. But let me make clear, we never said Americans should not travel to Thailand. Americans travel here all the time. We've had high-level visitors here, and of course I'll have friends and family coming very soon.
But it's the special warning, isn't it? Emergency message. And what's the difference between travel alert and travel warning?
Not to get into the complications, but what our message really is advice to American citizens. And it's good advice anytime, anywhere. But again, we never said they should not come to Thailand. Americans are coming here in record numbers, and I think it's set to be a record travel year for tourists to Thailand anyway.
But of course, it's hard to refuse that it will affect tourism industry in Thailand because as long as you keep the warning valid on your website, even though it's not on the front page, it's a bit difficult for me to check in that it's still in there.
You know, I don't think it will have an impact on tourism. Because as I said, we did not say don't come to Thailand, just the opposite. We've had high-level visitors here. I've just finished inviting family and friends to come here. And I was at the airport on Monday and it was full of Americans coming to Thailand. You know, this is a big tourist season and we encourage visitors of all kinds.
On what condition do you think this warning can be withdrawn?
You know, our advice is actually good forever because our advice is very prudent advice to any traveler, whether they're to Thailand or elsewhere.
So there is no time frame yet?
There's no time frame because this is good and sensible advice in today's world for any traveler.
Even though Israel embassy or China embassy have decided to withdraw the warning,
you know,
no
we all make our own choices. Our advice is for American citizens. But again, we never have said don't come to Thailand. On the opposite. Less than a week after we issued it, Senator McCain himself came without any hesitation.
As U.S. ambassador to Thailand and as an American citizen here, do you feel any threat or any worries walking along the street?
I feel very safe. I feel Thailand is a very friendly country. People are wonderful, as you say, whether they're on Twitter or in person. I feel very comfortable going out jogging, going out to eat. This weekend I'm meeting some friends for coffee. I feel very safe.
I understand that there must be some level of miscommunication with our foreign minister, Mr. Surapong Towichak-Chaikun, because he expressed some certain level of disappointment that you didn't tell him in advance when you issued this warning.
You know, I was, as you say, not in the country. I was home with my mother, who's not well. But we do talk to the foreign ministry all of the time. But we'll try to do even better. You can always talk to people more, and we'll be happy to do that.
Have you talked to him since?
I haven't, but I'm just back. I think you're the first person I'm talking to.
With another case of appointing Dr. Nalini Tawisin as the minister, even though she is blacklisted in finance ministry of the U.S. for several years, will that affect Thailand-U.S. relations?
Thailand, of course, can name anyone they wish to government or to positions. That's a Thai issue. She is on a restricted list with the United States Finance Ministry, our Treasury Department. But I feel very confident our relations with Thailand will be strong and getting stronger. So regardless of one person, this is a huge government and a huge country, and we work with them.
If she going to apply for visa to enter the U.S.?
I think the easiest thing to do is just to refer you to our Treasury Department, our U.S. Finance Ministry's regulations, rather than speculate.
I'm wondering what's the situation between Thailand and the U.S. in terms of relations?
The situation is good. You may remember late last year, Secretary Hillary Clinton came here in person. President Obama met with Prime Minister Yingluck. Then already this year, our Deputy Finance Minister was here to talk to Thai economic officials. We had Senator McCain out here. We have a huge business delegation coming in early March. So I think I see a lot of opportunities for us to continue. The relationship is very good.
Ambassador, you have been appointed as U.S. Ambassador to Thailand for more than a year now. Do you feel you understand Thai society better?
Well, I understand it better, but I still have a lot to learn. You know, this is a wonderful country with a very ancient history and great traditions. And so I'm learning all of them. I've been here just 1 year, so I still have a lot more to learn and a lot more people to meet and parts of the country to see. I've been trying to get around and see the different parts of Thailand. I'm heading to Korat next week. So I have a lot more to see and to learn. So I'm learning. But I've really appreciated so much, Kunata, yourself and so many people in Thailand who help me, who teach me about Thailand and who share your ideas with me.
Does it shock you with how people react to your post on Facebook and Twitter regarding Lees-Majes law, even though you said you respect Thai law and respect people to have freedom of expression, but seeing how people react very fiercely on Twitter and
I
Facebook?
was surprised. And I think maybe some people didn't understand because, as you know, we have the highest respect for the King, His Majesty, and for the royal family. Her Royal Highness Princess Sirantorn was at the embassy today, and we were very excited to receive her. But I think maybe some people misunderstood that. And so I felt very badly. I really did. I was quite shocked.
How do you console yourself?
Well, I think the answer is we obviously need to just keep explaining and making sure that people do know that Americans have huge respect for His Majesty the King, that he was born in the United States. We feel very close to him, and we have great respect for the royal family. And I think we just need to keep explaining that.
With the issue of controversial Lees-Majes law, people must have asked you when you travel to other countries and people know you that you are U.S. Ambassador to Thailand. What would be your answer when they ask you this question?
Well, what I tell them is in every country, there are issues people debate, consider, think about, and this is one of those in Thailand. This is an issue that people are talking a lot about, and it's very much for Thai people to decide how they move forward. You know, every society has difficult and complicated issues, and this is one for Thailand.
Is the U.S. Embassy under pressure by American family filed by Lees-Majes law, the case of American citizen?
Oh, American citizen Joe Gordon.
Yes.
You know, he's an American citizen who is in jail, and we obviously support him and will assist him as his case moves forward. But I think everyone understands that and understands, I hope now, that we have a lot of respect for Thailand and your traditions and your monarchy. At the same time, we do have a strong belief in freedom of expression.
With recent stop of Ambassador Direk Mitchell in Thailand before he went to Burma, and given that U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton just visited Burma. What's the place of Thailand in the relations between U.S. and Burma?
The place of Thailand is very much by our side. We've been consulting so closely with Thailand. And Thailand knows Burma better than we ever will. And as you know, Secretary Clinton came here and discussed Burma with the foreign minister and the prime minister before she went to Burma. Senator McCain came here first, then to Burma. And we've really been working very closely with Thailand, hearing your views, your thoughts, and both of us together encouraging Burma. The prime minister was, of course, just there, met with Aung San Suu Kyi. And for all of us, I think we're all trying to encourage them forward. But it's an exciting time.
Thailand seems to be quite a perfect stop before high-level officials of the U.S. go to Burma.
Well, Thailand's always been an important stop for any U.S. official, but particularly now because we want to consult and make sure that we're working together so that all of us are doing what we need to do to help Burma progress. You know, it's a very exciting time to be in Thailand with all of these things going on.
But in terms of foreign policy, of U.S. foreign policy toward ASEAN and Burma and Thailand is being seen as a springboard of the U.S. to Burma?
Well, Thailand, I think I'd say, is being seen as an important partner in encouraging Burma because of your long time experience, the long border. You know the Burmese very well. And so it's been really helpful to all of us to be able to consult. President Obama talked to Prime Minister Yingluck about Burma. It's a very useful time for us to share with Thailand where we go. So I'd say Thailand is being viewed as our partner in encouraging Burma.
Does the U.S. have any time frame to lift sanctions against Burma by the end of this year?
We don't have a time frame. What we've said all along is as they progress, every time they move forward, we will move forward with them. And so we obviously have to view things step by step. They have important elections coming up. They're working with their ethnic minorities. So we'll just see where all of that goes.
With the representative of EU countries in Thailand just state that maybe perhaps by the end of this year, Burma will be treated as a normal country. Do you think it will affect U.S. decision toward Burma too?
Well, I think we're making our decisions on Burma on our own, but in consultation, of course, with Thailand, with our European partners. But I don't think we want to put a time frame on it. As you and I have both said, no one expected them to move this quickly, and we sure all hope that continues.
By the end of this year, faster than that?
Who knows? I don't think we can say. I think it's not fair to put a time on it because it's really about the conditions, not a time. So let's see how the elections go, see what happens next.
The election on the 1st of April will be very significant.
It's a very significant election, and we've said it's very important that they allow monitors to look at the election, that it be truly a free and fair election. We're also encouraging them to continue to make peace with their ethnic minorities, to continue to release people in prisons. But they're certainly making exceptional progress. I think for all of us, it's not only exciting, but you feel a great hope for the people of Burma.
So far, do you think the Burmese government have done according to what the U.S. has requested in terms of reforms of the country?
I think they're moving very well on reforms. I think we are really very, very delighted to see them progress, and we're happy for the Burmese people. I think you were just there, of course, so I think you have a good sense of but everyone I talk to, Burmese exiles, they're hopeful for the first time in years. But it's good for Thailand and good for ASEAN, because as ASEAN grows, you don't want one country who's left behind.
Some countries will be left behind after this, or how can ASEAN move as a bloc?
I think ASEAN has been very effective in working with Burma. I think ASEAN has really sort of coached Burma along, and all the ASEAN leaders, especially Thailand, have been really important on that. So I think it's actually been the case of ASEAN bringing Burma along. I think it's a great contribution by ASEAN.
Seeing ASEAN countries are opening up as an ASEAN economic community in 2015, what's the position of the U.S. with ASEAN? And given that China also looking at ASEAN.
Well, I think everyone's looking at ASEAN.
Yes.
And I think it's natural. 600 million people, growing economies, a very young population, very tech friendly. For the United States, that's a natural fit. it's a great economic region. It's culturally very appealing to us. And Americans prize innovation and technology, so it's a perfect place for Americans to be. But I'm not surprised. Europeans are interested, China's interested, India. ASEAN is a really dynamic place.
Given that the world economy is quite gloomy at the moment and European Union is also having Eurozone crisis, America having unemployment trouble at the moment, how do you see ASEAN market?
Well, I think ASEAN's a great market for American products, and ASEAN has great products for America. But as I said, I think for us too, it's the technology and the innovation. Americans are very tech happy, Google and Facebook and Twitter, and ASEAN is very tech friendly. So I think for us, it's a region of the world that we feel very comfortable and that we actually find very innovative and very open to dealing with other parts of the world.
You see technology is the main strength of the US economy.
I think technology and innovation are great strengths for America.
In terms of security issue, especially Mekong sub-region, you can see how China is very active in quite dominating in higher Mekong region. Is the place of the US in lower Mekong region?
Well, I think we are interested across ASEAN. The Mekong region, you're right, is very important. Secretary Clinton has a big initiative on the lower Mekong to help the countries there encourage water management sharing, health collaboration, education. Thailand's a huge partner with us in that because, of course, Thailand has a lot to offer in terms of being very developed in healthcare, a lot of things for your neighbors to learn from. But I think a lot of countries, as I said, are very interested in this part of the world, and they should be.
I still recall the very famous statement by Hillary Clinton, US Secretary of State, that US was back to Southeast Asia. Do you think when she said so, does she have any specific country in mind?
Well, I think she has all of them in mind, but obviously Thailand's one of our oldest allies and most important partners, and that's why she came here even though it was in the middle of the flood season, because when a friend was in need, she wanted to come personally. It's certainly why President Obama met with Prime Minister Yingluck. So I think we're interested in good relations across ASEAN, but Thailand as an old friend and partner is always one of our favorites.
How's the attitude of President Obama and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton toward our Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra?
They had great meetings with her, both Secretary Clinton here and then in Bali, she and the Prime Minister met, the Prime Minister and the President met. And I think they had a terrific meeting. It was very natural, very easy, a very relaxed conversation, and again, a lot of important issues.
Do you think they have asked her on national reconciliation issue in Thailand?
I'm trying to remember. I think they were more focused really on the region and on Thailand's, her views on Burma and what would be next with ASEAN.
You've been here for more than a year. You must have met different involved parties in terms of politics. Do you think we have any hope for national reconciliation?
Actually, I do. I don't think it's necessarily easy. Like the United States, there are a lot of strong political views here and a lot of difficult history. But I also find that Thai people are very proud of being Thai. And so I think that's a huge strength. I mean, there are lots of opinions, lots of different kinds of food, lots of different regions. But the one unique thing that brings Thailand together is every Thai person is proud of being Thailand. I'm proud of your history. I'm proud of your culture. And I think that is a really good sign for the future.
In terms of economy, people are quite worried, especially after flooding crisis. What's the mood of U.S. investor in Thailand after the crisis?
U.S. investors are encouraged. They were right here during the flooding, as you know, and they were very, very helpful. American companies rolled up their sleeves and helped out. And now we have a huge business delegation coming in early March, very eager to talk about opportunities.
New group is coming.
Huge group, huge business delegation coming in March, again to talk about investment opportunities. I think Thailand's been such a long economic partner that one small flood wouldn't scare people away.
What's the opportunities do they see in Thailand?
Well, I think there's a lot of opportunities on technology. As you look at water management, environmental issues, a lot of American green technology, I think could be very interesting here. As you know, Ford Motor Company has a huge new factory. They're going to be opening here. So we have a lot of different kinds of opportunities.
What's the mood in the U.S. right now? Because you are also having difficult time with U.S. unemployment.
Although our economic news is better. In fact, I found the mood when I was there last week much better. People were out shopping, the economy is starting to grow again, and everyone's talking elections.
So it's very exciting time for the
We'll
U.S.
have
people.
until November, but lots of people are already talking about the elections, looking at candidates, which is exciting.
Do you think it will be very fierce competition this year?
I think it always is. And I think that's exactly right. As a voter, what you want to see is competition and different candidates and the chance to express your views.
What do you like to see yourself in the rest of your term in Thailand?
Well, I'm hoping I can continue to build the friendship between our countries, create more opportunities. I'd like to encourage more Thai to visit the United States, study in the United States. You know, I'm hoping, again, we can just keep this friendship getting stronger and stronger and look for new ways. Meet people who might not know the United States yet. I'm hoping I can do that throughout the country.
Do you find Thailand getting more and more complicated for you?
Well, Thailand is complicated, but it's also beautiful and interesting, and I wouldn't be anywhere else. I think I'm the luckiest girl in the world, and this has been the best year of my life being here. So I wouldn't live anywhere else.
Thank you, Ambassador.
Renata, it's great to see you. I hope you'll come by again.
Thank you.
And I know I'll see you on Twitter.
ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณมากๆค่ะ